Welcome back to my lecture series. This is Muthuminal, Assistant Professor at the Department of Agricultural Engineering from SNS College of Technology. Today we'll see the continuity of the previous unit, Atmosphere and its Components, the topic named Vertical Structure of Atmosphere that comes under the subject Climate Change and Adaptation that were offered to the students of final year 7th semester. Before going into the session, let us have a small recap on what and all we have seen at the previous classes. We have seen what is atmosphere, what are the composition of atmosphere, what are the layers of atmosphere, what are the physical properties of atmosphere, and also we have seen what are the chemical properties of atmosphere along with the importance of atmosphere. Today we'll see the vertical structure of atmosphere. We all have to have a kind note on vertical change of composition. That is, according to the homogeneity of the atmospheric composition, there are two layers that can be defined at the atmosphere. The lower layer, that is up to 80 kilometer above the sea level, is the homosphere, where due to the continuous turbulent mixing and the composition of the atmosphere is relatively constant for the chemical species which have long mean residence times. This region is usually closed by a thin transition layer that is called the turbopass. Above the turbopass, there is heterosphere. The molecular diffusion dominates the chemical composition of the atmosphere that becomes stratified, and also it varies according to the molecular mass of chemical species. The lower heterosphere are dominated by the nitrogen and also by the oxygen molecules and the lighter gases that are being concentrated at the higher layers. Up to 1000 kilometer, the oxygen atoms, and above this height, the helium and hydrogen are the dominant species. Here I'll show you the pictograph of the vertical structure of atmosphere. As I have said that whenever there is a change in altitude, there is going to be change in ion density. The number of free electrons at the ionosphere is shown here. As you guys can see, when the altitude has been increased, then the ion that is available will get changed off. The next thing that we have to take a note of it is that at the upper part, that is at the heterosphere, from 60 kilometer to 2000 kilometer above the earth's surface, most of the ionic species or the free radicals, that is O plus, O2 plus, NO plus and N2 plus, and free electrons are always to be found, and in high number of ionized particles will affect the propagation of radio waves. This region of the atmosphere is usually claimed to be as ionosphere because most of the free radicals or the ionic species are usually available due to the propagation of those kinds of radio waves. There are three important layers at the lower part of the ionosphere at the altitude between 60 kilometer to the 600 kilometer. Most of this space where the absorption of the solar extreme ultraviolet radiation and the X-rays gets ionized the neutral atmosphere. Here you guys have to note it down that usually from 60 to 90 kilometer, and then it reaches up to 90 to 150 kilometer, and the F regions that are claimed to be as 150 to 500 kilometer, which are usually predominantly available at F1 and F2 sublayers. The ion density of each layer depends on the solar activity and the time of day, which is shown in the next figure. As I have shown here, you guys can see depending upon the altitude and depending upon the temperature, there is going to be a change in each and every ionic space. Every thin layer that is available as a tropopass or stratopass or mesopass has a very thin composition where the ionic materials will be ionized, making the atmosphere into a neutralized layer. So the next thing which we have already been seen has been given here, that is atmosphere is nothing but the blanket of air that surrounds the earth. Along with I have also covered the composition of earth system and the air. So here I have added a reference video for this topic, and if you guys wish to see this video in the near future, you guys can watch it over. And this is what I have prepared for today's class. If you guys have any kinds of doubt or anything, see you at the next class. Thank you.